Hey guys, welcome to the Stork Plate or Stork HQ. This is where we put all of our stuff together. This is kind of the assembly line right here. I used to have me or another person coming in here every week putting all this stuff together, and we're shipping it out to you daily. And yeah, this is the HQ. I hope you guys like it. Stay tuned for the extra tutorials, and I'll see you in a bit, guys. Now on to the, which is my favorite, the drop boxes. So the drop box is my favorite because it's more secure and it looks cooler. Now, logistically speaking, there are a few more things to go over with this one. Let me show you what I mean by it. Okay. I do this one or? Yeah, that one. All right. So I'm going to show you the box that you're going to get in the mail. So this is what it's going to look like. Now you're going to snap it on just like the normal, like the plates do, and you're going to snap in the feet on the sides, like this one. So you're going to snap the feet in and you'll snap it onto your drone. Now, what I mean by you're going to get this one in the mail is because legally we can't send you this one that drops from the sky. You know, somebody, modified this one, and you can kind of see how it looks. So when you trigger it here, it drops the payload. So that's kind of the gist. You get the plate with the box. You'll have to remove the housing from the front and put it onto the plate, and you'll have to rig up a system that connects the plate here like we did here. And we usually give you this stuff in your box as well. So you guys will have to set that up yourselves because legally we have to send you this one. And the reason why we have to send you this one is because this is what we call a touchdown release. So your drone legs will snap into here. And as you're landing, this triggers the release and it dumps off. So this is considered basically a landing, not necessarily a drone drop or whatever. So that being said, when you get this in the mail, you can do whatever you want with it. You can attach this piece over to your plate, but when we send it to you, you're going to get it like this. You will have to swap out your trigger and put it on the plate if you want it to look like this. And when you get now, I do like deliveries like this as well, and you'll get a parachute as well with that one. So with this delivery system, it's very nice because you can plug and play as fast as you want. You don't need to trigger with your camera on this one. Now, what's tricky about this one, and I'll show you, is when we take off. Hang on, let me do it upside down. You guys may want to do this upside down too. Probably works better when it's on. There we go. Okay. So when you're taking off, see how this is open? You're going to have to take off somewhere where this is not touching anywhere. So if you take off on an edge of a sidewalk or the edge of a brick or some sort of an edge of something, you'll need to do that. Now, a lot of people like to take off by holding the drone and then they take off, and that's fine too. The only tricky part with the touchdown is it has the trigger hanging off as you're taking off. Now when you're coming back, it'll probably just land like this when you're landing it. I do recommend that you catch the landing on any drone, whether you're flying with our plates or not. So it's just safer to catch your drone as you're flying anyways, just because you don't want it to crash. I usually do this when it's with my drone. I flip open the box. You can pour your kibbles and bits in there and feed your neighbor's dog. Drop off some jelly to the neighbor, some jam, some sugar, whatever you guys want, as long as it's legal and you guys have some fun out there with this. I just wanted to let you guys know you do get the plate and the box with your drone box. And you're going to get a whole other stuff. You're going to get a pack with like a little parachute and all kinds of extra parts. And if you look at the other plate tutorial videos, you'll understand what that is if you're gonna do the plate on top of your box. That being said, if you don't have a Phantom and you still want to use the box, let's say you want to use your drop trigger. Now, we have these extra holes in the bottom of it. And the reason why we have these, if you look right here and here, these are actually designed to put a looping system for legs of any kind of drone. So if you have, let's say, I don't know, a different type of drone, and you wanted to use the box, you can still attach it. You have to take off the plate, and you'll have to attach it. Zip ties work really well. You can use those rubber-ish metal things that you kind of tie them around. They're called they're not zip ties, but they're called something else. You can use those as well. Also wanted to let you guys know when this drone is attached, when the box is attached to your drone, you have these sensors right here. These sensors indicate the depth and height of your drone, where it's flying from. Now, you're gonna need to pay attention to that. Now, the GPS will compensate for that, but you will have to watch it. I have had it sometimes with the payload in there. I've had it come down pretty hard, and I had to watch it and go up with the stick to kind of push it up a little bit. So you have to watch out for that. Now, we do have some warning stickers and everything on there to watch out for that. So just pay attention when you're flying, and watch out for those sensors right there. Now, it just depends on how far you move them back. It's not as bad as you think. I've only had it happen a handful of times. I do notice if you let the GPS, if you go up and down a little bit, I don't know what happens to the GPS, but it figures out where it's at, and it begins to fly. But just keep that in mind, that it can block the sensors going up and down with it, so just pay attention with that. Always fly line of sight, and yeah, you guys have fun out there dropping stuff, and the links to all of the plates and the drop box and stuff in the description below. Now, we're selling on Amazon and eBay and our website. And check on our Instagram and Facebook page and like that stuff, because we're always coming out with really cool stuff and putting it up on that stuff. And if you guys have any cool videos, tag us on Facebook, Stork Plate, or Instagram. I think that's hashtag Stork Plate. And yeah, you guys have fun out there. I know these things are a blast. I remember the first time when we created ours, it was like 3D printed. And when we'd take it out to like family get-togethers and stuff, we would go out there and drop like eggs during Easter or whatever. And I just remember everybody laughing and having a good time. They're just like, man, that's so cool. You can drop that thing and it explodes. But yeah, you guys are gonna have a blast with this stuff. And it becomes, after a while, it becomes very useful and handy. There's been a few times in my life where it's like, hey, you know, how do I get this up there on the roof or whatever? And it's like, oh, hey, I could fly this little part up there, or I can run it over to my mom's house or my sister, because my family lives pretty close to me in a block or area, you know. And if it's like, hey, you know, I need my mail, you got some of my mail or whatever, I'll put it in the box or whatever, and we'll fly it over and drop it off to them. And it's really fun. It's a really fun tool. Everybody seems to love it. And yeah, you guys are gonna have a blast up there flying with this stuff. Be safe, have fun, and happy flying.